Today I am going to start by promising to be soft because the guest you have on set today is a soft person. Don't cry. Hello there, my name is Rita. I'm the host of this podcast, The Good Old Days, and today I am having a good friend of mine, Maria. Hi, Maria.
Hello.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. How about you?
I am well too. Maria, the soft Maria.
Thank you for having me. First of all, and for calling me soft because it's not something I usually hear. So I think my feminine journey is paying off.
Yeah, you are doing so well.
Thank you.
You have done so well. The first time I met Maria, it was like, how can she manage to be this sassy? How can she just be clean, well put together, walk in shoes like they are not actually hurting? Because we know you're lying, they are hurting. But like, how can she just be gracious and confident? We met at this event I had gone to speak at, and Maria was like so confident. The questions, the speech, I was like, oh my God, she's even putting on a one arm.
Any chance you give me, the confidence will be over the top.
Wow. I was so amazed, and it was so great to finally meet. And then we met at another event, and I was like, by the way, this person was supposed to be my sister. So you're welcome. Thank you so much for honoring my invite and showing up amidst your busy schedule. We are really honored to be here. So let us in.
All right. Hi, listeners and viewers. My name is Maria Namaganda. The name is so long. If I'm to finish it, it will be a sentence, but Maria Magdalene Namaganda. I am so many things. I'm a research scientist. I'm a content creator. I am a business lady. I am a sister. I am a daughter. I am a friend. I am an auntie to amazing, beautiful little girls. Basically, I am blessed and favored. Yeah.
That is such a good introduction. We feel like now we know you. I'm not so sure if we do, but yeah. So I would want to know, apart from all those things, what does Maria stand for? Like, who are you when you're not all these things? What is something that you're doing for the universe that makes you stand out?
I think showing up as my best self lately is something I'm really focusing on. And I'm finding, I think, reason to, first of all, show up as my best self, but also to be an example to the people watching me, because I realize, especially in the content creation space, I get so many people reach out and tell me you're doing amazing. When I see you do this, I get inspired. So I know my reason of being here is not just about me, but it's for a purpose, and God put me here not just for me. Like, it's beyond me. It's to move mountains, to move nations, to move all those things. So my purpose of being here, and I am continuously living it and trying to find out exactly who Maria is. But along the journey of life, I'm finding out that I'm an inspirer. I'm trying to make people believe that things are possible. You can get out of the ordinary and hit exceptional goals. You could come out of the dark times and shine and all these things. And yeah, at the top of it, really, I am a very grateful person for my story and for what I've been through. Gratitude like tops it all. I always say I'm really grateful for where I'm at now and really optimistic for where I'm headed. So I love things to do with lifestyle, with wellness and holistic living, like general life, holistic living. That's like a glimpse into who I am, but there is more to that, of course. But for the interest of time, I think now you kind of get an idea of where
who Maria
at.
is.
Yeah.
Okay. I was also just watching the show and listening. You bought me. I was sold.
Caught you off guard.
That was so clean and smooth.
Thank
now
you.
we know Maria. The first time I went to the UK was through you.
I was going to say, Rita, where is this content? Because this is a person who gives us the little details. I was like, UK, but sips water.
The first time I went to the UK and Washington, D.C. was through Maria. And then we went to Cape Town at some point later on in life. So Maria is now an international traveler. Let me say, for people at our age, I'm not sure if I'm older than you, but our age, people would...
Oh, and happy birthday. By the time maybe
you.
you're watching this, the birthday will have passed, but I'm also blessed to be here sharing a moment on your birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Carry on.
Thank you. Oh, thank you for the gifts too. She bought me a flower. So anyways, we would want to know how is it possible for a young lady who is almost in our age group how is it possible for you to be living this large so softly, and everything is like well put for you, not in a wrong way?
Thank you.
But it shows that you have worked for this. So most of us want to get things, but don't want to go through the process of everything. The process is
to go
messy.
through the trenches.
Yeah, it's kind of messy. So I would want you to take us on that side, because I know it didn't just wake up in the morning and it happened.
Yeah.
You did something, or there are some lessons you learned over the years, and you were able to apply them. So also let us in on that.
So like, it's honestly not like a direct answer, and like I haven't even arrived yet. The vision I have for my life is so grand, it's so big, like I see myself up there, but where I'm at now, I see most of the journey I've traveled. And one of the things that has really stood out has been the need, the urge to do better, to be better than I am today. Like if I do something today and probably hit like a milestone, I want to sit back, first of all, soak it in and be proud of myself. Then I want to think, what can I do better? What can I do different? So like that push to better myself every other day is one of those reasons that has been the fuel to this life, to the kind of traveling I'm doing, to all these things. And it applies, like if it's in business, if it is in education, if it is in relationships. Like, for example, one of the things people might ignore, you might try to strive so much in achieving all these goals, but also just being like a good human. Yeah, like feeding yourself in that you show up better for people around you. Let people remember you for how you've affected them in the positive ways, because at the end of the day, people remember the nice things you've done for them, how you made them feel. It's more beyond what you are, the qualifications you've had, and all these things. And again, I'm not yet there, but I am striving to strike a balance. And then the other push is to have fun while doing it, because I realize it's easy for me, especially for the kind of profession. By profession, I'm a research scientist. People call me doctor, people call me all these things, and I am all that. But what I'm trying to say, to strike the balance, to have fun while at it, because I don't want to be a doctor who shows up shabby because I'm taken up and I don't have time for myself. I want to be able to dress up nice. I want to be able to do my nails. I want to be able to, take care of my skin and all these things.
So you have natural hair?
I have natural hair. I tend to eat just because they will have a pineapple style, but yes. And one of the things that stood out for me as I was leaving church, just by the way, was there is this little girl that walked to me and told me hi, as just from us, and then we meet at Captain Shoppers, the supermarket. She was like, hi, you really have very beautiful hair. How do you take care of it? And in the moment I was thinking, I should go to the salon and probably try to change it, because this is like more of like the African kind of show up. It's not like really blow dried or anything like that. And she said, and I took my time. I even wanted to follow and tell her, if you had some time, I would like take you through entire steps. So like the need to, first of all, balance life. Back to the story. The need to balance life, have fun while at it, not to be skewed and taken and then be lost, to just try and have fun while you are hitting goals, to try and strive and be better, to treat people and just be a good human. I feel like these are some of the drivers I have, and also to keep inspiring people, because I know, again, my mission is not just for me, it's beyond me, for the people that get to watch me. So those are some of the things that I really reflect on every single time, and I'm like, where do I improve? How can I show up better? And
so if someone is just watching, like a young lady, a young girl, or even an old person, because let me tell you, it's tough out here. Most times we wake up in the morning and we want to push to achieve something today, each day as it comes, so that the bigger picture can come together, all of it. But some people have given up. You wake up in the morning and nothing is working. Nothing is, you're posting your content, no one is liking. You're doing all these things and nothing is happening for you. What other lessons you learned as a child, like back in the day, some of the things you learned as a child that have really pushed through to still be with you to date?
Really, one of the things, and this is what I think everyone will say and agree to, is first of all, self-awareness and confidence. So as a child, even in class, I would like be the people to raise up hands and speak. Like, I don't know if it is, I'm also very grateful to my parents, because that warm upbringing in life gave me the confidence of when I came in public and like there's so many people, I didn't matter who was there. Like in that moment, it was me and maybe the situation that is at hand.
Yeah.
So again, to bring you to the point is self-awareness and confidence really go a long way, because if you're self-aware, then you know the things that work for you, you know the things that trigger you, you know when you're beaten up, and then when you're confident, you cease to try and compare your situations to other people. You try to get the motivation from within, so you're confident when you show up, even when it's social media and probably things are not going as planned, or you're not hitting goals and everything. You know it comes from the point of, this is who I am, and I am doing this for A, B, and C. So it ceases to be about mostly the other people, because honestly, Rita, as much as sometimes people watch and enjoy and everything, if it is not really who you are, you're going to first of all get drained along the path, and it will cease to be interesting. I feel like life should be really enjoyable, so being self-aware, being confident, showing up as your best self, that's some of those things.
As we have grown, especially in this time and era, there's been a level to everything, classes and everything. You find if you're not grounded, that same point you just talked about, if you're not grounded to know who you are, you're going to be sucked up.
You're going to be easily swayed by wind.
If they say the trending thing now is warm lights in the house, now everything's going to be warm for you.
And sometimes you don't even have resources for it.
Right.
So you're going to be stressed.
Like, I think one of the things that I've been able to learn and practice over time is you as a person. Who are you? Like, what are you doing? Is it something you do on a daily? Is it something that doesn't drain you?
Does
you
it
use
speak
what
to
you
your soul?
have?
Is your spirit happy about it?
Do you feel it when you're doing it? Do you? If yes, no
when you
problem.
sleep in your bed, do you feel like
you see now, like, for example, right now, one thing that I've heard over time is, why do you share your age online? And I'm like, how is that a problem?
Well, do you know why? And the people that, I think the people who would ask you that, I don't know who they are, and this is not really to say anything, but the people who say that are the people who are not confident in their age. So they're either hiding, or they're not just happy, they're not grateful. But if you are 29 and you bodily see I'm 29, that is even just giving gratitude to God, because you've been able to see that 29th year.
Like I always say, see, whether you tell people the right age or you don't tell them the right age, truth is, you're not lying to anyone.
Exactly.
The only person you're lying to is yourself. If you've not been able to achieve a goal or something that you had set yourself to achieve by 25, and now by 27 you don't want to say that you're actually that old, so people don't laugh at you, you're only lying to yourself, and it doesn't help unless you actually level up and you're like, you know what, it's okay, this is my truth. And there's a lot of people who are doing different things. So world traveler, doctor, babe with the natural hair and the cleanliness,
that's right.
would want to ask something that when you're no longer here. This is something I'm going to always ask, maybe at the end of all the clips.
It's your closing clip or what?
Not my closing shot, but something that I don't want to forget.
Yes.
If when you're no longer here, we are all moving. Again, my listeners are going to be like,
what? As I hear it.
Your next name is, we are all moving. But we are all moving, and this is my goal, that when we are no longer here, how have we lived our life to be as impactful as we actually intended it to be? So Maria, if you're no longer here, time is going to come and you're no longer here, and the world is going to go on. That's true. What would you want people to read in the books, or look at you and say, this reminds me of Maria? Well, there could be so many things, but I think it would be, first of all, fearless and ambitious for the right reasons. And then I want the people to remember that I was there for them. So I try as much as I can to be there for the people that I care about deeply in the moments that I can, because honestly, sometimes you can't be there for everyone. It would be nice for people to remember me as the girl who went after her goals, the girl who stopped at nothing, or the lady who stopped at nothing at achieving that, and the lady who was there for the people she cared for, like fully there, like being there for the people that I love and showing up as the best self. And then I want to also be remembered as someone who lived a life that had purpose, that inspired people from different walks of life. And so those are some of the things I want to be remembered for, honestly. Also, this question has got me off guard, because I feel like I still have so many years to live, but it's nice that you've given me a moment to reflect. It would be nice for people to come back here at some point and Because the thing is,
Yeah,
all we know all we know is yesterday, and all we have is today.
Yeah.
We do not know. Today I could be the cooking nurse.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I could be something else. Tomorrow I could be up to something bigger, or
Yeah.
still bigger cooking nurse or something like that.
Yeah.
But we do not know. When I started this thing 3 years ago, I did
Yeah.
not even think I would be able to sit behind a microphone and have a
Yeah.
doctor on the other side talking to them. Okay, so it's always evolving,
Yeah.
and we cannot hold time.
Yes,
That
no,
is
we
the only
cannot
thing we
hold
cannot.
time, yeah.
But we can always come back here as long as we have life and we're still here. When I say when we are gone, it doesn't mean you're going to go tomorrow.
Of course.
It could even be 100 years from now.
Yeah.
So when you look at everything you're doing now, and in 10 years it doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
you do
You
better.
switch it,
You
yeah.
switch it, you do
You keep
better.
improving
and
your
we can
life.
look back and say, oh, those were actually the good old days. Like, I
Yeah.
thought I was, doing this.
And I think the beauty about life is it gives us chance to remodel ourselves.
Yeah.
Gives us chance to reinvent ourselves. So what I am today, and it's also nice when people say of wamanyira maybe navao.
Yeah.
If you met me and I'm really mean and I'm not caring, I could work on myself tomorrow and I show up better for the people in my life. So I think it's
Then.
also nice to give people that chance to change,
Remodel
to
themselves.
remodel themselves.
Don't be judging
Don't be
them
rigid,
because of
because
who they
life
were
flows,
yesterday. Yeah.
Don't be rigid, and let people, and also accept when people say, I have changed, I have grown.
Yeah,
If
and
their
then the other
actions
thing
speak.
is, even if you're the one,
Yeah.
even if you're the one inside, don't
Yeah.
just be stuck to this picture that people have
Of
told
yourself,
you.
yes.
Or Rita, you're this, or Rita, you're this. You do not know how many times
Yeah.
I have heard that Rita, you're rude.
Eh.
Let me tell you, that is something that I actually had started believing at some point,
Yeah.
and didn't even want to work on myself, or
Yeah, because
like, try to
you had
understand
come
people.
to the point of, this is who I am.
This
can't
is
do
who I
nothing
am now,
about
because
it.
of
Yeah.
all other people. And then I ask myself, but then how come I have people in my life who think I'm actually great? Then how am I
Are they
relating
just
with them?
tolerating me?
Yeah, I'm not a problem.
Yeah.
There's something that has to be changed at some point. So if
Yeah.
you're also the same person
Yeah.
who has this picture the world is telling you constantly, I hope it's okay to give yourself the grace to look at yourself
Yeah.
for who you are,
Yeah.
and say, I'm going to change this, I'm not going to change this, I'm not going to tolerate this one, or I'm
Yeah.
going to.
Yeah.
And then move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like work on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's acceptable. It
It
should be
is.
acceptable.
Yeah,
I didn't
absolutely.
take you back home from when you were growing up,
Oh,
because
okay.
I don't know if you want to talk about that briefly.
I have so many stories from childhood. I think one of the things that really now that just came off head was so when I was a child, I started school really late. My age mates were way beyond, were in other classes.
Yeah.
So I'm the last born at home, and so when I think I hadn't started school until I was either 5 or something like that. And don't be shocked, I met up with my classmates. Like, we met up and maybe, yeah. But, so my sisters were, like, of course, in upper classes, they would come home and give me assignments. So, and as well as my mom would, like, bake from home and all those things. So she had time for me because as, first of all, grown, I was very expressive as a child. I knew what I was very vibrant, but I wasn't going to school. I don't know for which reason. I think because I was the last born, my mom wanted me to stay home
Around,
for longer.
yeah.
I don't know. I still maybe Alaska, but so they would come and then give me exercises. So there's a nearby little school that was being run locally in the neighborhood. I would run there and then attend some of the classes. In my we call them layer. Is it still a
Yeah,
word?
layer.
Muleya. I would go like sapatu, what, all those things. So I got to cover things that were like beyond for my class. I don't know, I would just find a class and sit.
Yeah.
And then I would come home and take my mom through. So when my stars would come back from school, they would take me through. By the time I went to join school, I think at the age of 5, I was already like so sharp and I knew everything. So I kept skipping classes. And in the first year of studying, of going to school, I covered 3 classes, and that's how I caught up with my classmates. And I think that is one of the things I remember as a child. And then, yeah, moments of my mom taking care of my hair. Nazi. For the people who know, it's like coconut oil.
Yeah.
But that thing would smell so bad. That's another story I remember. But now that I take care of my own hair, I am really appreciative because she gave me time. Like before I
Yeah.
would go to bed, she would try to put the nazi, and then it would be like all over the pillow. And then I'm like, Mami, viunyanyo. But I feel like it's one of those things that stands out. Like self-care started from when I was a child.
Yeah.
And my mom showed me that. So it's quite intimate.
Something
for
I've
me
just
to
picked
remember
from
that.
your starting school late story
Yeah.
is that it's never too late. Your
It's
peers
never
could be
too late.
achieving all the
Yes.
things, all the good things in
Yeah.
in life. They are getting all the deals, they are getting all
Yeah.
the jobs, they're traveling the world, and you're looking at yourself and you're like, oh my God, I'm 29, or I'm 30, or I'm
What have
35,
I
and I don't
done?
have these things.
Yeah.
You're not. It's not.
It's
too
never
late.
too late. You can always, catch up. And life is like a personal race. Like, you're not in a
Yeah.
race with any other person. So it's okay to take your pace as you can and whenever you can, and you will exceed expectations. I also love to think about that verse maybe as I'm closing.
Yeah.
It's Ephesians 3:20. It says God will do exceedingly, amazingly, and abundantly for you. For me, most of the times when I don't have something to pray, I'm like, God, if I lose words in the moment of prayer, may I remember that even the things I haven't prayed for, you will add unto me. Because for the things I've received, I've gotten things I haven't prayed for. Maybe
Yeah.
I prayed to travel, just getting a flight, but I've been able to go to the US, to the UK,
And
to
fly
Cape
first
Town,
class.
and fly first class for some of those times. So I'm like, God is exceeding expectations. So do remember that whichever path of life you're taking, there is a supernatural person beyond you. It's not just about you, and that's why I really stick to gratitude, because it's grace that has brought me thus far.
That was a good parting shot. I
Thank
should
you.
let you speak last for the show. Call on the people to subscribe, and then we call it a day.
All right, guys. Thank you for chilling with us on this session of the Good Old Days, and thank you, Rita, for having me.
You're welcome.
Please do remember to subscribe, to listen in, to share this, and also to follow us on our social media handles. I go by Queen Malia, and then the Cooking Nurse.
And also Style City.
Style City. Oh, aren't I smart? You didn't compliment me. Come
I've
on.
been saying that from the beginning, Maria.
I need to hear it more.
Okay. Okay. For putting on my favorite color, you look absolutely stunning
So
and
I am
gorgeous.
wearing, I'd love to give a shout out to Style City UG. It sponsored my outfit for today. I'm wearing a top from them, so follow us on Instagram. Thank you. Style City UG, Queen Malia.
And we are shooting this from TCN Studios.
And TCN. Ooh, you're going to edit this one.
The gorgeous space. We're not going to edit anything, Maria. We are not editing anything. Okay?
Range.
Yeah.
Okay. TCN Studios for hosting us. Oh, by the way, the place is very beautiful. If you have like events, you want to shoot for your birthdays, you want to just hang out with friends, you want to have a good meal
produce
by the
content.
Cooking Nurse, or just produce content, or just come and chill. TCN Studios got you covered. So yeah, do remember to follow the socials.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Maria. And
Until
bye.
next time.
Ciao.